Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the SSSC Show. So here today we are with the Swinburne Club's PPI with Ferick and the book club.
Hi. Hi Kining. Hi Sarah. Hi
Hi.
Ferick.
Hi everyone.
How are you guys today? How are
I'm
you
good.
feeling? How
I'm
are we
good.
doing?
We're doing great.
Bolela.
Very busy.
Very
It's
busy.
towards the end of the semester, so
Mhm.
things are getting a little cray,
Mhm.
but it's manageable.
It's understandable, especially during this very sad time.
Definitely.
But yeah, what have you guys been doing like so far in the pandemic, like at home, in campus?
Well, it's sort of like a break from like the real world. It seems like when COVID started, it was the time for us to be indoors. So that was the time where I felt like it was the perfect timing to reconnect with my family, because I live in the same house with my parents and my sister and her firstborn and her husband. So we all live in the same house during COVID. So we all had the time to come together instead of not having time together during normal days. So it was kind of like a time for us to force to reconnect, but it all felt kind of natural. Yeah, we kind of bonded through lost times.
Yeah, perfect timing to hear.
Yeah.
But for me, like this MCO things, like it still feel the same, but the things that make it different is like I cannot go anywhere.
Yeah.
And like here in Kuching, like I'm staying not like without my family. I'm staying just with my sister and then like my housemate. Then what I've been doing like this past few months, I mean like I'm working and then like studying same time, like because now everything is online.
Oh.
So basically I feel like during this MCO time, I think it's a very productive time for me because like I get to know myself better at home.
Right,
You know, like
yeah.
I can get a lot of new knowledge to learn and then like new skills to learn also, and then like I got like more time to exercise and then like to find some jobs, and then like luckily I got two jobs like during this period. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this few months like after the MCO.
Yeah, I could agree. Like during like this COVID time, it's really easy to get productive because you're forced to stay at home sometimes, like because if I don't have anything to do, I would just stay at home because I don't want to be outside and stuff. It's better that way. So it forced me to be in that productive space. Yeah.
So productivity levels were skyrocketing
Yes,
during
yeah,
MCO.
definitely.
But it all depends though, because there are some people that feels that they are not productive at all at home
Yeah.
because they still like can't really find out like what should they do at home
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
usually like doing activities outside.
Definitely, yeah. I
But
could
for
see.
me, I'm a person that cannot really like stay at home, so I'm trying to find any like activities at home, like
Same.
anything. I cannot just like stay
You
at
can't
home.
stay put
and, like,
at home.
didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, so when she said, it's a break from the real world,
Yeah.
at this point in time, what is even real?
Yeah.
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 That's true.
I think being at home, you kind of like lost sense of time because like you're just at home
Yeah.
and like there's no boundary already. I think I said it in the
Yes.
previous podcast, like there's no boundary between like your work and relaxing time. Because
Yeah.
some of us, I think, especially those of us that actually stay in the hostels,
Yeah.
both the studying area and the sleeping areas are in
Is at the same place.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can't really like. I mean, you know that that's the table for studying. You know the bed is for you to sleep, but then you just in there like
Yeah.
the bed is just there, and then yeah, it's like the feeling.
Like you're kind of forced to doing something. Like you're trying to force yourself to get into a routine so that your
Yeah.
life is kind of balanced.
Yeah.
Because it does get kind of tiring of sleeping all day.
Yeah.
And being here for another day, you need to have a break, and the only break that we have is to do something that's actually productive.
Yeah, that's true.
And with that said, you both are the presidents of your book club and PPI.
Yes.
Actually,
So-
I'm not the president.
Oh.
I'm a part of the social media team.
Social media, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, my bad, guys.
and actually for me, like now currently I'm not the president anymore. Currently I'm
Also, you're outgoing president.
Yeah. For PPI Swinburne. Can I explain it right now? About PPI, yeah. I mean, like for PPI, actually, we are not just like a club in Swinburne. PPI is like somehow it's like an association that created by our government for students like all over the world, like for Indonesian students. So whenever there are Indonesian students in like any countries, there will be a PPI there. And like for PPI, it's like we have it's like a government, you know. We have the federal one, and then we have another one like we have our own how to say, it's like our own hierarchy systems. Yeah. For example, in Malaysia we have PPI Malaysia, so it's the PPI that control the whole Indonesian students in the whole Malaysia. And then now currently I'm the vice president for that one. So it was in Cal, everyone, like most of the committee is in KL for that one. And then under that one we have PPI Sarawak. So it's the one that handling the whole Sarawak, like the whole students in Sarawak. Last time I was the president for that one, for PPI Sarawak. And then like we have another 3 PPI in PPI Sarawak. It's like a PPI Dilimas, PPI Curtin, and then Swinburne. Yeah. And last time, actually, I've never become a president for PPI Swinburne. I just like become an event organizer for the PPI Swinburne. But I know like almost all the events like because I'm handling like the whole Sarawak last time, so I have to know the whole events in Sarawak.
So basically, PPI is linked with the government.
Yes. So it's easier for our government to control the students, and then because our government also like they need us for some events. For example, we are great. They need us to to become an event organizer for their events, because we have like embassy here, and if in Kuching we have a consul general here. So yeah, usually they will call us for some events and like need us to create an event, or maybe like do trying to tell us to like help them to promote Indonesia, using our link in uni.
So you guys are like representatives for Indonesia.
Yes.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Everyone's all unite. All come together.
So big. I didn't know that it's. I thought it was just something that within Swinburne, like book club or SSIET or SSSC. Like it's just Swinburne, but this one is like actually all the universities, and then Sarawak, and then Malaysia,
and then the world. We have the world as well.
So it's international in a sense.
Yes. Whenever like there are Indonesian students, there will be a PPI there.
So I'm actually a bit curious. Like, let's say you're Indonesian in Malaysia, but you're not in PPI. Would you be asked to join PPI? Or you have to be?
Is it like compulsory?
It's not compulsory, but I mean it's way better if you join, so we can keep track of you. So for example, like because you're here alone, right? Like especially for the new students, like you come here in Malaysia, and then you don't know anyone here, and like you're Indonesian. Like I mean, it's easier for us to help you to know your environment, to adapt with the environment, and like if if they sick, or maybe like they're having like some administration problem with the government, or maybe they have some kind of other problem, we can try to help them. We can try to contact the government to help them with their problem, and also maybe if they are having problem with their with their study or something like that, we can try to, because in PPI we have a lot of students from different kind of courses, right? So we are trying to help them. Like we have like a few sessions for us to study together in the library, for example in Swinburne. So it's like we are trying to help each other, and then get to know each other, and trying to support each other.
That sounds like fun. Especially when everybody comes together, like you don't feel left out. That's good.
That is so nice.
It also acts like a support and guidance.
Exactly.
They might be homesick. And adjusting to the new environment, and then it's so great that they have people there to help out, and people that understands their situation, and the surroundings that they're currently
Yeah.
in as well.
They don't feel like they're like alone in a situation.
Yes, yes,
It
yes.
feels like family, you know?
Yes.
Oh, that's really, really nice.
But you know there are still some people that don't really want to mingle around with us. But I mean it's okay, you know, because like it's their own I would say it's their own decision. So
Their
we're not
rights.
we have no rights to force them to join also.
Yeah.
But it's really rare.
Really cool.
And on that note, both clubs are quite active. We can
Yes.
see like on campus and in social media. So with the pandemic coming in like since March and 2 new semesters with online classes, has there been any difficulties for you both to
Oh.
conduct any events with this pandemic going around?
It was really hard. When it first, like when COVID started, everyone was kind of like startled in a way. Like you don't know how to like deal with it. It was really hard because for the book club, we really sort of do like face-to-face events is our thing, you know, like we do multiple like meetups, or there was a time where we had a Halloween event, and then we do this thing called Chill Night where we bring every book club member, as we call them, the bookies, together to the book club and just to talk and to know each other so that everybody feels like we're a family like that. So with the pandemic happening, it was so hard to do because it was still in the beginning of the semester, so it's really hard to do Chill Night and also other events. We had so many events planned for that specific semester, so it felt like kind of like everything was kind of stopped in a way because we're still figuring out our studies, we're still figuring out how to deal with the club. So it was really hectic and everything felt kind of like just crazy at the time. So we were kind of confused. That's why for like a while we were so scared if we could continue as a club, because we could not think of any like virtual events that we could do at that time. So it was pretty hard. Yeah.
How was every single year you have to have members coming into the club to kind of like keep it alive or to maintain your spot, I guess, in the Swinburne community. So how was the how would you call it, attraction of students?
Okay,
and,
so
like the traffic.
during like COVID-19, we had an agreement, hey, we already have existing members, let's do not charge them, because most of them are students and it was hard to even get their allowance because you cannot even go out to the house to go to the ATM and that kind of stuff, right? So we were like, okay, the agreement is let's keep our existing members, do not charge them any membership fees for now on. For the people who are interested to come in, like new members that would like to come in, they're not existing members, we would definitely like charge them less, like 3 ringgits, so that it's easier for them to like join and that kind of stuff. So that's how we maintained newcomers as well as maintain our existing members. That was it. And then also interacting with them, we have our official book club group in WhatsApp to like talk to them and ask them how's going on, like how can we do to support you guys, what events do you want us to do to, you know, keep in touch and that kind of stuff. So that's what we did.
So in an alternative to face-to-face events, you guys were socializing online to keep it alive.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how about you? How about PPI?
Actually, it's kind of tough for us because we have planned a lot of events like this semester, and not just for this semester. I mean, like for this year, and then like for this year, we are actually going to have some big events that we are going to collab also with Swinburne actually, and like we have to postpone everything to next year.
Yeah.
Then this year, we just having like some events online. Like so, for example, last time we were having it's like a gathering event, so we gather like our senior and also like we gather all the new students that are going to like come to Swinburne to get to know each other again, and like try to talk to each other like what kind of problem we were facing like during the MCO, and then like we are having some you know, like taught, like for example, okay, so for example, we are having like a, you know, what we call it again, webinar, you know, webinar.
Yeah,
We're
webinar,
having a
yeah.
webinar. Like we invite some talker to talk to us. Like for example, last time we invite our senior that have worked in some big companies, and then like we ask them to share with us like their experience and like what should they do after they graduate and everything like that. And now we are having semester champion also, where it's like we are posting, you know, a lot of story with questions, and then like the people that can answer the questions like correctly, they will, you know, we have a point, you know, for every correct answer. So we will accumulate every points in the end of the semester. Like yeah, we're having that kind of events only, and then currently we are having a new members, because most of our members are Indonesian, right? Like new students, and then the current president is Fania. She managed to invite some of the new students that actually going to come to Swinburne this semester, but because of the pandemic they cannot come to Kuching yet. So we invite them, and then like we introduce them to like the old members, and then like we ask them to join the e-culture night. Like yeah, so like for the last e-culture night, like most of the like students that join the performance that perform for Indonesian are new students.
Oh.
Yeah, most of them are new students. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's really fuzzy.
That's nice, yeah.
Because we want them to, you know, experience the life in, you know, Swinburne, you know, even though they cannot like
physically.
physically be here, you know. Yeah.
Oh.
It's just, you know, it's really sad, you know, for them. Like
Definitely,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
they're supposed to come here,
Yeah.
and then like they cannot come here, and then they just like start their first semester online.
Like imagine the experiences they would feel left out on.
Yes.
Like the first day of university.
Exactly,
they don't
orientation.
have that. Orientation,
Yeah.
Yes.
they don't have that.
But it's amazing how both clubs put in effort to actually, you know, attract, make them feel welcome. You know, it's amazing, and I think you both are doing a really good job.
Thank you.
Your clubs are
Thank
doing
you
a
so
really good
much.
job.
Thank you.
And before we go on, we shall take a few minutes break, you know, to catch our breath and everything.
Alright.
Okay, see you later. Okay, so welcome back to our Triple SC show with Book Club and PPI Swinburne. So to the floor, I would like to call upon our host Kining for the next question.
Yes. So, what are the challenges of working in a team while being in this pandemic? Like, how do you manage and organize your events?
Okay.
Throughout this semester.
So for like the book club, it was pretty kind of hard as well. Like you kind of. So as I was saying, you kind of like know who are the people that's willing to work and that kind of stuff, because the roles that we have, right, is so involved that it kind of involves doing physical activities. Like every one of us, when it's time for like the book club activities, we all have to come together and do work together. So when it was the time to do it through online, it's kind of pretty hard because some people feel like they're not included, or some people feel like or I'm feeling left out, or some people think that some people feel like they're not productive enough to do work. So it was pretty hard at first to kind of adjust to that, but it all comes down to communicating, like to each and every one of the members, hey, we're all a family, we're all our team, like we're not individuals, we're all our family. You know, we've been working together for like a year, so we cannot let a pandemic or like doing stuff online to make us feel like we're apart. This is a way for us to kind of know what should we do to maintain our relationship as a team. So it was pretty weird. We all felt kind of distant from one another, but with communication, we all kind of like, okay, like, let's cut it out. Let's work together to make things, better for everyone, not just for us, but we have members that is willing to, that are counting on us to make the club maintain its reputation. Yeah.
That's
In all honesty, during the first few weeks of MCO, it was very, very difficult
Yes.
to, maintain that kind of productivity and that communication. Because the first 2 weeks were absolutely scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So,
The same with us though, like it's even until now it's kinda hard for us to communicate each other because most of our members are going back to Indonesia already. Then it's kinda hard, when because everyone are having their own activities at home and are having their own assignments, their own work,
Yeah.
and how we manage with all of this, these things is like we always schedule time, like one time in like every 2 weeks for a meeting, so in that meeting we are going to to discuss everything and like try to solve all the problems, and then like we try to plan for like next events or something like that, and then we just like use that 2 hours to solve everything, so we don't have to really do meetings like every day.
Yeah, true.
It's way better, for us during this kind of situation because like everyone is really like having their own activities, so we can't really force them to like commit with this also, and we're trying. I think it's way better, like because like in that 2 hours we can like push everything in the same time. But like if we do it in like like a normal time, during normal time, it's like we can have like 3 meetings in 1 week, just to solve one problem.
Exactly,
but during this situation, we can solve all the problems in 1 meeting for 2 hours.
It's kind of
It's
like
kind of
reflection.
And reflection.
Reflection,
And I think that's all for me.
Like book club also do that at each and every meeting that we have. We will always talk about. Sorry, my tongue is crumbling. So sorry, excuse that. But each and every meeting that we have, we would discuss about everything that we feel like needs to be discussed. The main things, like issues or problems that we face during that time, during that specific event that we held. We would talk, and we will always have one rule: we would never try to hurt somebody's feelings, but always give positive like criticisms, constructive criticisms, so that we don't offend one another, and it doesn't need to feel like it's a competition. It feels like, hey, we're like a family, and let's just talk about it politely, kindly, giving constructive criticism, so that no one feels like left out or no one feels like they're in the wrong, just to talk things out and that kind of stuff. So reflections is really important, so that we could make the future events better.
That's true.
And that's actually the ideal environment of any workplace or any organization to succeed. And speaking of management and communication, so the semester is ending. So do both clubs have any plans on recruiting new members to the committee?
Yes, we do. For the book club, we just released. Follow our book club page and turn on our post notifications, because we post all the time. So recently we just posted like a link for them to register for if they want to be a part of the committee, they could register. And that's how we first of all we reached out to our members in our group chat, and then we went to social media and that kind of stuff, so that we give priority to the members first. So we had a couple names that have went through. So when the deadline is over, we would recruit them, and we would make multiple like interviews and that kind of stuff, and which one would be fit for the position, they will take our place.
So you basically already have candidates.
Multiple of them, but we haven't done the interview part yet. But we do have like names, like kind of, what's that word? Like candidates, like multiple of them.
So, but you still welcome other...
Yes, of course. Like anyone who's outside of book club, or anyone in general who wants to be a part of the community team, they are welcome to join, that kind of stuff. So yes.
That sounds great. They're already preparing.
Yeah.
Preparation is key. So how about PPI?
If PPI, we just posted, I think 2 days ago, about like a open recruitment for a new president and a new committee for us. Then actually for our clubs, it's like a tradition, you know, for PPI. We are going to have two candidates that we are going to choose. You know, like it's like we're doing a political election.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because it's like we are trying to teach them about like the political system in Indonesia, because we are a democracy country, right?
Yeah.
A democratic country. So we are going to teach them how is it going to be for the other members, how they can vote for their leaders, and then like they have to do, you know, like a speech and also like a debate for the election. And then currently we're still trying to find a good candidate for the next president. And then like after the president elected, the president is the one that's going to choose their committee. Yeah. So we are having that kind of way to choose our committee. It's all the same like for the whole PPI and all over the world. We're doing the same things. And now we are going to have, before the election, we are going to have, you know, we have like some kind of like a law book, you know, a book full of our law.
Oh.
So we are going to discuss about the law, and then we are going to like update the law and everything.
Oh.
Yeah. So we are having that kind of you know, that kind of things. It's kind of complicated, but yeah, it's like we're teaching them about, you know, how to be a good organizations, because we are also under government, so the government also like having you know, budget for us, and they're having like we are even inside the, you know, the how to say, it's like the regulation inside the government.
Oh, so are you guys like the youth part of the government in Indonesia?
Yeah, we can say it like that. Yeah, we can say it like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting actually. And then like every like during the election, everyone will have, you know, did like, you know, sites, you know, like our members also like political sites.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. That's the fun part where you know like this team will try to, you know, support this, like their you know, their sites like you know, like really bad, you know, like sometimes they're, you know, using the, you know, a bad, not bad, like it's like a
controversial.
Controversial like a way, but you know, that's how like democracy going on, you know.
Just to get the point across.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
you gotta
we still try to, you know, do it like in a healthy way, healthy way, by not letting down each other.
It's really interesting. One is book club is promoting ideal work culture or organization, and PPI is basically their own government. They're forming
it's
their
like
own
a
government.
political way.
Yeah.
A political way.
So it really like gives an insight to the real world, both clubs.
Yeah.
Because also like for us, we usually do things like do events with government. So it's like it's giving us a lot of experience to if we, especially if for the one that going to join the government or they want to be a public servant, it's really a good experience, you know. Even like for us, the one that not going, like we don't have any dreams to join, like to be a public servant. It's actually a good experience for us too, because we get to know a lot of people, we get to know a lot of you know, big person, and like in the future it will be useful for like for us or for like everyone, you know. Because for example, for me right now, I currently work like in two places, and it's all like I got all the links because of this, because of PPI. Yeah. So I try to approach everyone in PPI to like try to involve in any of our events, because it's going to be useful for you to in for your future, you know, like because you get to know a lot of people, you get to know, you know, a lot of like new experience that you never know. So it's going to be a good exposure for them too.
That's
So
really
being
nice.
in PPI is like a stepping stone.
Yes.
To you know, being closer to the real world and how you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Like I applaud you for like doing this as well as being in school at the same time? Because it's really hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah. Like how do you
It's
like
really
manage? Like how do you manage like your time between those activities?
Like last time like because for now it's easier for me because it's online, so like I
Yeah.
can just watch the pre-recorded lecture or
Yeah.
etc. But previously it's kind of hard actually. Like the first time I'm doing this, I kind of mess all of my
Yeah.
schedules
Mhm.
because I don't know how to handle. But after that, I try to for example, in the morning until like evening, I try to just finish all of my school stuff. Then after that, I will try to involve in any of the how to say like events or maybe like all the things that regarding to PPI. So I try to separate both of this, like separate times, because luckily we have allocate, so we can allocate our schedule.
Yeah.
But some lecture cannot be moved.
Yeah,
But I mean
exactly.
lecture is still okay. But at least for tutorial, I try to put it in the morning or at least after lunch. Then after that, after I finish my class, then I will try
PPI.
to solve all the PPI problems and like this stuff. Yeah, that's how I try to handle my time.
I hope you have like leisure time as well, like for yourself, because self-care is important.
Yes.
It's very important. Like work is work, but like
Yes.
having leisure time just for yourself, just to like cool down, is very important too.
Yes.
Last time it gave me a lot of pressure, because like you're studying at the same time and like
Definitely.
especially when you have an event and then you have a test and stuff.
Oof.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that was really tough.
Yeah.
That was really tough. But like
Sandwich.
yeah, but luckily like PPI is like we are working with our friends. Sometimes like while we're working we're trying to enjoy our time also, like our time together. So it's not really really hard for us because like sometimes it's kind of fun also for us.
Mhm.
And speaking about leisure, it's about time that we go into our hot tea.
Hot, very, very hot.
Okay.
Brewing. It's been brewing
Spill the tea, honeys.
this whole session.
What
but
kind of tea?
I just need to know. So book club. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys. Not to say you guys were disbanded before. It was kind of like click, click, click,
Yeah.
click. So a few years ago, it was kind of resurrected back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why did you guys choose to have a sudden comeback, or who realized what happened and why they just book club?
Yeah, so I knew a very special person in my life, and she's one of my closest friends, and her name is Potato. I think all of you guys know her. So
Lovely.
I met her at a really dark time in my life. So I met her and we both really connect to each other, and then we were kind of getting to know each other, and then she was like, hey, like do you join any clubs? And I was like, no, like I didn't join any clubs. I was new. And then she's like, oh, I'm in the book club. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then from there I started to get to know her, and then I was really I loved the way that she really was invested in the club. So during that time span of our friendship, she kind of knew that I was really, really active on social media, and I also have a YouTube channel, and I'm also doing music and that kind of stuff. So being an independent artist, social media is the main thing that you need to promote your stuff, right? So she kind of looked at me as like a social media goddess, that kind of stuff. So, and then she recruited me in the club, and then we recruit more people, and then that's how, when we recruit people, right, everyone has their own specialty. Everyone is invested in their own like talent and what they do best. So that's how we recruit, and that's how we see how to recruit people. So when she did that, that's how we became kind of a family, because everyone's not competing with each other. Everyone's in this together. So that's how we all as a team kind of resurrected the club, and that's how the club is today.
Book club, everyone. Join book club.
Join the club.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have today.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It was fast though.
Yeah, too fast.
However, though, you guys actually were supposed to collaborate some time ago,
Yeah.
but PPI pulled out at the last minute. So we want to know What
What
went
happened?
down?
What went down?
What
Spill the
went
tea.
down?
Okay, first of all,
Yeah.
like during the time I'm not the president, but Sam was Hendro,
Mhm.
my best friend. Then like during that time I know that what I know is like the schedule is not really really good time. Like it's not a really good timing on because the schedule is kind of clash.
Mhm.
And then like for all our committee, and then like last time what I remember, like correct me if I'm wrong. Right?
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Like they did contact you guys also, right?
Yes.
Try to reschedule with book club, but also book club like having
Yeah, there was a lot of
Yeah,
clashes at that time.
clashes. So after that we canceled the plan to collab
Okay.
together. Yeah.
Alright, I see.
That's the story that I know. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that you know. From
That I know.
Ferick's point of view.
Yeah.
POV.
POV.
But yeah, that was during an event where it's called Find You. So Find You, the event was about, it was basically kind of like a mini club recruitment drive, but it was specific what activity was during that specific day. So for I think what was the PPI's activity for that day for Find You?
Oh, it's teach people to making the kites.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that one, yeah.
Yeah. So everyone who's interested could like join that specific session. So just to like connect and find what they love to do, finding their passion basically. Yeah.
But on a side note, both clubs are on good terms.
Of course,
Yeah.
definitely
No
on
bad
good
blood.
terms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no bad
No bad blood.
No
Yes,
bad blood.
The tea is cooling down. now.
Yes.
Okay.
And with that said, here ends our podcast session.
Thank you for tuning into the Triple SC Show. Here we are with Sarah and myself, Kining, together with our two casts, Faith and Ferick. Really, goodbye. Thank you for
Bye.
watching.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.